Okay, let's look at the best way of finding the equation of a straight line. I've written up here already a couple of equations that one you'll be very familiar with, the y equals mx plus c, which of course is the standard equation used in GCSE. The second one, y minus y1 equals mx minus x1, is one that really, as far as I'm concerned, is the most important one throughout all of the work that you're going to do, because it's the most flexible and allows you to get an equation in the nicest way. And we're going to have a look here at this question where we're going to try and find the equation of a line through the point 2, negative 3 with gradient 3/4. And we have this phrase again. You remember, we keep saying we're going to keep coming across in the form. So this time, remember what in the form means. It means it's got to look like this. So it's got to look like ax plus by plus c equals 0. So we'll look at the two ways of doing this and see which way you think you would prefer. So if we use the, let's use the y equals mx plus c version first of all. So in this equation, of course, c is where our straight line crosses the y-axis. We don't know that at the moment. Do we know anything in that equation? Yes, we know the gradient, m. We know the gradient is 3/4. So we can write y equals 3/4 x plus c. What else do we know? We know it goes through this point. Now remember here, x is 2, y is negative 3. So I could substitute those two numbers into my equation, because this point has got to lie on the line. So y, which is negative 3, has got to be 3/4 times 2 plus c. Now for some of you, you're already perhaps panicking a little bit because it's got fractions in it. 3/4 times 2 is 3/2 plus c. Take away 3/2 from each side and we get that c is negative 3, take away 1.5, which is negative 4.5. So my equation then is y equals 3/4 x, take away 4.5. Is it in the correct form? Well, no, it isn't. It's in the y equals mx plus c form. So we look at this and we say, okay, we've got some fractions there, can we get rid of them? Well, this one's over 4, it's in quarters, this one is in halves. So if we multiply the whole equation by 4, we will get 4y equals 3/4 times 4 is 3x, and 4 times 4.5 is 18. We're nearly there, but we're not yet at this point here. And if you hadn't, if you leave it like that, you won't get full marks of the question. Notice this wants to start with ax, so we're going to leave the 3x on this side. We're going to take away 4y and then the minus 18. So that is in the form. Okay, so that's method 1. Now let's look at this one. Here m is still the gradient. This suffix notation, remember before what the suffix notation means, it saves us using lots of extra letters. We've got an x1 which will be 2 and a y1 which will be negative 3. So I can go straight from this equation here, let's do a funny arrow, get ourselves down here, and we can write this as y take away negative 3 equals 3/4 x take away 2. So already I've actually got the answer. It's not the right answer in its form yet, but it's better than this because here we still have that c. Now another little trick here to watch out for is some people like to expand the brackets first. It's much easier to get rid of this denominator here. So we do 4 times that side, which is 4y. Now take away negative 3 will be plus 3, so this becomes plus 3. 4 times plus 3 is plus 12. And then on this side, remember there's still a 3 here. 3 outside this bracket will give us 3x, take away 6. Very common mistake is to leave that as 2. And I'm nearly there, because everything we'll put onto this side. So 0 equals 3x is there, okay, that's fine. 4y becomes, take 4y, and plus 12 will go over and become negative 12, so negative 6, take away 12 is negative 18. So you can see then that the method that I'm saying you really want to master takes 2 lines. The method using y equals mx plus c takes 4 lines. So I think that it speaks for itself. So please try and remember this version. It will come up over and over again in the work that we do later on.
Okay, Mary, so let's have a look at this one. So solve x plus 2x equals 12. So what do you think you do first?
Okay, well, I want x on its own, so I would put x equals 12 minus 2x.
Okay, so a lot of the time we want to get x by itself, but what we want to do first is get all of these x's together. So can you see anything we can do with this? Get all these together in one place.
Oh, okay, it's 3x, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
3x equals 12. Oh, and so x equals 4.
Brilliant, spot on, well done.